Come on, YouTube. There we go. We are live. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is the
Yes,
internet.
we are.
We are live.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Gotta wait for YouTube to catch up so we can talk to the comments, but we'll do like 5-minute conversation. Then we'll start the show, and then we'll
That's fine.
we'll see what's up.
Sounds good.
Sounds super good.
That check better clear, Matt. That check better clear. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we're kind of close, but oh yeah. So if you guys don't know, we're both rocking Pimp My Setup shirts. I think we're like there's only like 3 or 4 ever made. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah.
Ooh, this is like this is limited edition.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, you can buy this signed on eBay after the show. No, just kidding.
Man. I'd be interested to see how much that goes for. Maybe like a whopping $5.
Oh no, it would seriously go for like $2,000, but then the first bidder would be a fraud, and then the $900 bidder would be a fraud, then the $500 bidder, and then finally when you got down to about the $5 bidder, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, no, I was serious."
Oh man, and then after eBay fees and shipping and all that, you're walking away with you're losing money basically. So, let's see. Ooh, I'm in.
No, I literally had to fight. And then here's the thing that sucks about eBay is they take their final value fee based on what the total sale price was. So it's like I put a keyboard up there and it went for like $1,200. So their final value fee was like $80 or something like that. And then the guy was a fraud. The second guy was a fraud. The third guy was a fraud. And finally, I just got sick of dealing with it because you have to go through a process with each one. And so after 3 months, I finally had to go back to eBay and just say, would you guys just refund me the final value fee? And then I had to wait for some other thing to expire for like 3 weeks. And then I got my $85 back.
Oh, that's fun.
So it literally cost me like $85 for like a month and a half to sell a keyboard that still isn't sold. It's still sitting right over here. So I'm like, oh my God. Damn eBays.
People are saying that I'm only coming through the right ear. Give me
you always. What is it with you and problems live streaming? Come on, be professional, Matt. God damn it.
You think by now I would have it down pat, but
I know. Come on, be professional.
That's just how like this stuff works. You turn it on and it's like, today we'll make this not work. It's like,
hey, did you fix the delay issue that everybody always complains about?
Oh yeah.
On your video, okay.
Yeah. Well, what happens is if I use Chrome, then my computer starts crying and then I lag because I'm a USB input. So it's a fun thing. Let's see.
That's what Chrome's does. Oh, here I'm gonna go pimp us. Get it? No pun intended. I'm gonna go pimp us on Twitter here. We're live. We're live right now on that interwebs thing. Yeah.
I like the interwebs. Let's see if I do this. No, because then I get really low.
Get low, get low, get low.
Super low. All right. It's weird on my mixer. I'm going through both channels. It's just Wirecast that doesn't like me again. I swear. I had to talk to them forever because I was having so many issues with my last stream, and looks like that's happening again. So let's see if I try this. No. Cool.
It's okay, Matt. Just breathe. Breathe, push some buttons, touch some things, preferably not yourself live on the internet. We don't want to draw that kind of an audience. Well, yet.
Yeah.
Yet. Let's see. I'm going to open up my Twitter here.
People are saying you have a nice nose hole. That's nice.
Well, it's because I'm looking up at the 4K screen on the ceiling. Like, if you guys aren't familiar with my setup, I have a 4K screen up there, and then I have the 346s down below. So I got to look around a lot. I get a lot of neck exercises.
Yeah. Well, I saw your tweet about, the straw poll, actually. So you're actually thinking about going 4K now?
Oh, yeah. I'm totally thinking about it. I already found a screen that I'm interested in, but it's sold out everywhere. It's the Philips. It's an actual Philips DisplayPort monitor that's 40-inch, 60 hertz, 4K. It's what is it? TV. It's a different panel technology than IPS. It's not TN or IPS. It's like in between. But it's fairly fast for its size. You know, it's a 3 to 8 ms, which a lot of people would be like, "Oh my god, but gaming monitors are like 1 ms." I'm sorry, like I think the human reaction time is 1/10 of a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not too hopeful that like
you'll get by.
I'm gonna survive. Yeah. It'll be fine. It's not like I'm good at games anyway. So like six extra ms isn't gonna save my life. Yeah. It just isn't. And besides, if I start getting good at games, people might stop watching me because that's kind of like when I do gaming, I am horribly bad. That's what people like.
Yeah.
Gives them something to target and beat on.
Let's see. I'm playing with the settings on my mixer. Maybe something got changed. Let's see. Yeah, I'm everything for me is centered. I don't know why it's doing that. So
Welcome to Pimp My Matt Can't Configure His Shit.
that's why we have post production, because I fix all that later on.
Hey, I should probably clear everything up right now, you guys. To everybody that keeps sending me messages like literally it's every day. Be on Pimp My Setup, be on Pimp My Setup. Guys, I was on like 100 episodes of Pimp My Setup.
Yeah.
That might be a slight exaggeration, but it may be like 99.
Yes.
But I was on a lot of them. But those are the old episodes that are gone now forever. And you know, if you got to see those back in the past, then you're special because nobody else will ever get to see those again.
Yeah.
They're archived for life.
They're burned.
But I'm back. I'm back.
Back and better than ever? Is that
I'm
a
back.
thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, you sent me a shirt, so I had to be on your show. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a requirement. If you send me a shirt, I got to be on your show.
Well,
now watch, I'll get like 100 requests on Twitter now. Be on my show. I'll send you a polo, dude. Come on, just be on my show.
A nice fancy polo too. Yeah, well, it was that, and you also felt bad because my birthday is on Thursday, so you're like, I could totally do an episode Thursday.
Yeah, the birthday kind of drugged me in on it. I was like, well, if I'm ever gonna do this, I might as well do it on your birthday. Make it all extra special. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, it's like, hey, Jerry, you want to come on again? Oh, it's weird. He's not answering me. It's been like 3 months, and I don't know what's up.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna dial it back a little. You know, I'm thinking this is like a once a year kind of thing. You know,
that's pretty good.
And you know, I better get like a PayPal confirmation after this, otherwise I'm never coming back ever.
Yeah, I got my people ready for that. Don't worry.
It's funny, man. Everybody, and I get so many emails now. Like the bigger you get on YouTube, you get all these emails about like being a sellout and blah blah blah, and you're like a millionaire. And oh my god, you just bought all this shit. And I'm like, I didn't buy any of that shit. Like a company sent it to me.
It's the fun life we live. Well, not really me yet. I'm how many are you at now? 3.
I haven't checked. 350, 345.
Dude,
Oh,
since the first episode you were on, you went up like 200 and something thousand subs. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm at 346,000 right now. I go up about 1,000 a day according to Social Blade.
Wow,
which is pretty titties. I like that. Like it a lot.
And to keep that up consistently is pretty crazy. I mean,
yeah, the funny thing is everybody gets mad. Like if I don't make a video for like 5 days, I get like my mailbox just gets instantly flooded. Like, are you still making videos? Are you all right? Checking on me, telling me I'll never succeed at YouTube if I don't make videos.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my Social Blade statistics like still just keep being about the same, even in a slump. So I'm not saying that justifies me not making videos because I love making videos. I'm just saying that I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that I'm forced to make a video every day because my audience is holding me hostage. They're basically like, if you don't make a video, I'll unsub. I'm like, no, if you don't like my content for my content, then just leave. Yeah. like if you're, oh my God, you didn't release a video this week, I'm unsubbing. Well, why? Like, didn't you like my content? When eventually another video comes out, aren't you going to want to at least like see it? Come on.
Yeah, come on, people.
Yeah, so you kind of figure those things out as you go. You become to care a little bit less about the number itself and more about the people that actually like stick around and enjoy what you do, and you interact with those ones, right?
Yeah.
Don't focus on the assholes. Like that's just a waste of time. Unless you're bored and want to have fun, then trolling the trolls is always a good source of amusement.
Oh yeah. Ooh, hold on. Ooh. Yeah, so people are saying that it's just my left channel is acting up, and that's the only thing.
Everybody, quick, just unplug your right speaker and crank the volume way up. This is a mono podcast.
Or maybe it's my right. I don't know. I just plugged into a different port. It's so annoying and frustrating because, Jerry, am I coming through both of your ears right now?
I hear you on both ears. Well, here, hold on. Let's check just to make sure. Say something.
Something.
All right.
Something.
Yeah, and it's balanced, too. Yeah, look at that.
That's the thing. Wow. Like, it's so annoying because Wirecast, like, I use it. Everything's working fine, and then it's just like, let's do this now, and it just stops working, and it's the best thing ever. I love it so much. Sarcasm. Let's see.
Dude, you should live stream on your consoles because consoles never have these kind of problems. Console Master Race,
dude.
I'm just getting everybody all broiling.
I love my Xbox One when I stream. Oh, it's so good.
Oh my God.
I'm trying. Ooh, here's a good test. Let's see if Wirecast is really broken. Okay, test.
Check. Can you guys hear me out of both ears?
Oh yeah, you're coming through.
I'm so loud it probably just resonates over to the other ear, even if there's not a signal there.
No, you're perfect. You're coming through, which makes no sense. But
somebody said I'm out of sync. What? I don't want to be the out of sync one this time.
No, go watch the stream. You're perfectly in sync. I'm even in sync. That's saying a lot. So, I put on my my webcam mic, and that was fine too.
Yeah, it looks like I'm in sync pretty good. I'm in sync.
Yeah. All right.
Lance Bassinet.
Yeah, so that's weird. My webcam works. Maybe I should just use my webcam mic with a crappy. Well, people, it seems to be working fine to them. I don't know.
If you use your webcam mic, it's gonna sound like garbage, though.
I know. That's the thing, though. How bad do I sound? Because my levels are reaching pretty high. It's just coming through one ear.
No, you sound great. I mean, I've got like a half nerd chub right now just listening to you, so that's why I don't want you to change your mic out.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I think I'm just gonna do it like this, and then if anything, I can go on the post and I could just double the audio to the other channel. It's just the live one will not be the best. Yeah, don't you think that's a good idea? I could just do post-production, call it a day.
Yeah.
All right,
you can do this.
All right, guys, let's do it. If it's just one channel that's wrong, I could fix that pretty easily.
It's okay. We still got 226 people that are hanging around despite the technical issues.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, people are saying I sound fine. So you want to do the show?
Let's do it, dude.
All right, here we go.
Don't you screw up the intro, Matt.
No, I don't do that anymore. I used to.
Oh, no way. No way. No, you're for one more episode, you're doing it. Because I love watching you get all worked up and shit, like trying to get the intro out. It's like my favorite part of this whole thing.
Yeah, it used to be so bad where I would like and like just freak out. But I'm good now, though. Don't worry. See, even if I wanted to, I couldn't mess it up. I say it in my sleep. I rehearse it.
So what do you do if you don't do an intro? Like, how do people like know what's going on?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like when they watch the video later. I mean, you don't just want it to pop up and all of a sudden we're talking about people's computers.
No,
I mean, you gotta have your little intro.
I know I do the intro, but I don't do it in more. It only takes one take. I don't mess up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You still do it. You just the confidence.
Yeah, I don't.
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay, well here I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I want to see you do this without making a mistake.
Good. All right. Well, make sure you have a good now ready because you're gonna be the one that messes it up. You know, a lot of pressure here. So, here we go. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're gonna be talking about your setups you submitted for tips.
I did it. Yes.
Damn, dude. Yes! It's all your fault. Dude, I have your video up and you started making a weird face. You just ruined the whole thing, dude.
That was my plan. Like I can't have y'all shit talking like, man, I always get it on the first take. No way, dude. We had to watch that. Train wreck.
Dude,
I love it.
I was doing it and I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I knew I should not have paid attention to you. You just ruined it. All right. we're gonna try this again. This time I have it. I'm not messing it up. So here we go.
Wait, I have a part in this? What do I gotta say?
When I say the show starts, you say now. You always go, no. You always do that. So
all right, I got it.
Yeah.
We're gonna overdo the shit out of it too.
Good.
All right, let's go.
Good. All right, here we go. I'm literally not gonna look at you at all. So here we go. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're gonna be talking about you. Stop it. All right, I'm doing it.
I thought you said you weren't looking at me, Matt.
I know, but it's kind of hard with this monitor right in my face.
Okay, here. I'll be all serious face.
Okay,
all right.
All right. Good. That's a little too serious for me. A little too serious for my cup of tea. All right, here we go. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
right now.
Dude, that was perfect. It actually focused as you were getting closer. Like,
did it?
Yeah, for once, it actually focused correctly. It's great.
Dude, go Logitech C920.
Yeah.
Doing your job. If it was the Microsoft camera, it probably would have like just caught fire and fell over on my desk. But so I'm glad I selected this one.
All right, so I switched shots, and now we're gonna do the show. So here we go. One take. It's all we need.
Oh, that's all you need, dude.
Yeah, all we need. So, after I say my name's Matt Philly, you can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. You just say, I know you're going to say barnnerd.com. You're like, that's the place for everything, barnnerd.com. So,
don't worry, I got this. I'll say something way better than that.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 20, recorded live on February 10th, 2015. My name's Matt Philly. You can check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And I'm Barnacules. You can check me out at thebarnnerd.com, but don't put the on there. It's actually barn. And barn, like where the cows go. Yeah, that's it.
Always the same intro, no matter where you are. It's always barn, where the cows go. It's perfect.
Well, you have to say that because I always say barn nerd and everybody goes to bernard.com or something, and it's like St. Bernard's, or they go to some like weird porn site. And I just want to be clear. It's barn nerd, not barn nerd.
Okay.
Barn nerd.
Well,
All right.
now people know, so I guess it's good that you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so people have been asking for you to come on the show forever, and little do they know you've been on more than anyone else ever.
I've literally been on the show more than any other guest, bar none.
Yeah.
Nobody could contest that.
Yeah. So
But Matt had to delete all the episodes, so now we're starting fresh again. So this is the first episode that you'll ever see me on.
Yeah. Which is
so it's kind of weird. It's like a rebirth, man.
Yeah, and it's kind of upsetting because the one before this had 50,000 views, so kind of hurt me.
Did it really?
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah,
Oh,
they all
look.
had a lot of views, but hey, now it's back. It's happening again, and people are so excited. So, if this is your first time watching, because it probably is for a lot of you, on this show, you're not going to see the best setups ever. You're going to see setups that need work, and that's the whole point. It's to pimp setups. We're going to give you tips, tricks, and feedback to take it to the next level. And at the end of the show, since we actually scored the setups based on categories, we're going to say the top 2 winners. But before we do that, we're going to go individually to each setup. So here we go. The first setup is submitted by Peter, and he said, "Hey, Matt, my name is Peter. He's 16 years old from the Netherlands, and he basically just goes on to talk about how he has non-matching monitors and he wants to actually fix that sooner or later. And he goes on about a couple of things. If you want to read what he actually wrote, it's pimpmysetup.com/Q, and you can view it all there. But Jerry, what are your initial thoughts on this setup?
Well, the mismatched monitors, of course, throw me off really hard because I've got a touch of the OCDs, so that hurts a little bit. But the fact that he actually is using them despite them not matching, I got to give him massive kudos for that. The other thing is, let's talk about the cable management a little. Here's where I'm confused. Is you look at the computer, and the cables are like really, really well concealed behind it, running up the leg of the desk, it looks like, or they're all bundled together. But then you like move over to the left side.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? It looks like a cable bomb went off. Like, I don't even know what those cables are going to. There's just magical cables going up to like a Windows like Vista box and cables going to the floor. It's weird that it's like clean on one side and really, really messed up on the other.
Yeah. Like,
it's
kudos,
but it's
kudos for the right side. But
yeah, kudos for the right side. It's like I'm wondering if he's like Two-Face, like, because the monitor he's got like the cheap old compact monitor or whatever over on the left, and there's all the destruction, and then it's all like neat and tidy over on the right side.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do like the setup. I like the fact that he has the desk in the middle of the room. You don't see that a lot, actually. And I kind of like that because he has the skylight off in the distance, so I'm sure it looks really well lit. I wish he had sent us a daytime picture of like the light shining down through there. Would have been like, oh. But as far as functionality and things go, I think it's a good setup. But man, he's really got to get those monitors sorted out. He needs to get the cable management cleaned up. He needs to put a lot of stuff away.
Yeah.
I mean, look behind that monitor over there on the left side. You're not fooling anybody, Peter. Literally, he shoved everything that was on his desk over there in the background. You could just see mounds of books and cables and things and trinkets.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I do like the setup. I like his chair. I don't even know what chair that is, but it looks comfortable as hell.
Yeah.
I'm a big RC fanatic, so the fact that he has an RC car in the background definitely earns some points. But I'm gonna go ahead and push it over to you because I'm gonna OCD out a little bit if I have to keep looking at this thing.
Yeah.
But
I think that the left shelf really makes no sense because, like you said, it's just kind of like a cable bomb. But where are those cables going to? Because
I can't tell.
Like, I don't understand what would be on that side that needs to be plugged in. It's like all the main components are right on the desk and they're all super neat, and I like that.
Right.
And I also think it's interesting the snowball, how he has it on the arm. Like, I never see people take the snowball to that level. It's always just like the snowball. It's the cheap mic. They put it on their desk and call it a day. But he's like,
that's
no,
true.
I'm gonna ball. I'm balling. No.
I'm gonna give him some credit for that too, because I hang my 2020 on one of those little things, and I like it. So and I like the fact he's pulling it down from the top. I wish I could do the same thing with my setup, but I can't, unfortunately, because I have these ginormous monitors everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that like the whole setup is really, really nice. It's like you said, clean up, and it will be amazing. And especially with the skylight, it's got to look amazing when you have just a clean room, no wires, you have the light coming in, and it probably looks amazing. And there's a lot of personality here. It just doesn't show as much because of how cluttered it is. Like you said, the RC car, I mean, that's awesome. You're showcasing what you like, but you definitely need to clean up so that shows a little more.
I'd move the computer too, just to jump in there, because it's kind of weird to have the computer just out free floating in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Like, I like that he bundled the cables and he ran them up, and I think that looks cool. But at the same time, it's just, I don't know. There's just something weird about having it all, like, that desk is really open, right? It's got these tiny little legs, a lot of light coming through there and everything, a lot of room. It's just weird just to have a computer just sitting there in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does that just seem weird? Is that just my OCD going all monk, or?
Well, no, because it makes sense, especially since you would think you would put it to the left side where it would like nicely fit in, and it would make more sense. But when you actually realize that the desk is in the middle of the room, it's like, wow, that's kind of weird. The computer is just like
It's really weird
it's
to me.
just chilling there. Like,
Maybe it's a Netherlands thing, though, right? You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, different cultures and stuff. Maybe they're, you know,
Yeah.
who makes the IKEA furniture? That's not the Netherlands, is it?
No, that's Sweden.
That's Sweden that makes that.
Yeah.
Flat pack furniture and stuff. Yeah, see, different cultures, you know, they do things a little differently. We might have to start pulling in some international support.
Oh yeah.
For this show. And also, what the hell is that thing running down at the full length of his ceiling there? Is that like a cable conduit there in the
It
background?
kind of
Or
looks like it.
it does. It's a little, you know, it doesn't look like a board. It's got a couple little weaves and waves to it. I'm just curious what the hell that is.
It's a little random to say the least, but
It is.
yeah. I mean, overall, it's like you went so crazy on your actual desktop. But well, actually, then again, I would also recommend maybe like some Velcro straps behind the monitors and things like that, just to kind of make it a little bit neater. But yeah, you went crazy with the whole setup, and then to the left of it, it's just like, okay. I mean, if that's what you want to do, cool.
I have a hint at what happened here. I thought about it for several seconds. And I think what happened is he was like, oh my God, I can submit my setup to Pimp My Setup. I'm totally doing this. And he literally just steam piled everything in the background. Because like if you look under his desk in the background, you can see there's like some kind of a light laying on the ground with a cord wrapped around it on top of a pile of stuff. I think he literally, that used to just be all on his desk, and he literally just moved it all to the back of the room. He was so excited he took a picture and sent it to you.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet it even looks better now. Or maybe even worse.
Probably.
But.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I reached out for an update photo, but I don't think he got my email because, or he was like, this looks better than it does now, so let's just leave it at that and call it a day. But overall, I think that a little bit of work and it would be good, right?
Just a little. It's not bad. I mean, trust me, I've seen a million more setups that are worse than better.
Oh yeah.
So he's definitely heading in the right direction. But yeah.
So
hire a maid.
So hire a maid, and now we're gonna move on to the next setup. The next setup is also interesting because it's submitted by Owen, and Owen is only 11 years old.
What is up with all these youngsters with baller computer setups?
Yeah, so
I feel like poor people growing up, man. I used to have I remember my 28612 with like its little screen you had to bang on the side of it to get the damn vertical alignment to work.
Oh man. So yeah, this is submitted by Owen. Like I said, he said his monitors are mismatched, and that's something he's also looking to fix, especially since one of them is a TV, which he does not like. And yeah, he actually
them are fighting words.
Oh yeah. Oh, for you that is.
I use 3 TVs as monitors. Fighting words.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go rescore Owen's setup. Here, hold on. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so it's funny because he actually has the monitors on an arm, which is like interesting because not a lot of people do that, and he's only 11 and he has it on an arm. So power to you. I think that's awesome. But what are your thoughts on the craziness? Because there is a lot. Do you think it's overdone, or do you think it's the perfect amount?
No, I can't say it's overdone because if you notice, I like to put trinkets all over I probably have 100 things on my desk right now. So you'd hate my setup, Matt. But but the thing is he was very consistent in his theme. You can tell that he's just got like this, just rage and addiction to Pikachu and all that is Pokemon and Nintendo. So I do like that he stayed good with the theme. I mean, you can totally tell walking into this room immediately. You know what he's all about. You know where his passion is. I also like that he has the Xbox over there hiding on the side. I'm really, really loving seeing all these setups where they're bringing the console to the PC because now it's like an all-in-one station, right? You got your games, you got your console games, your PC games, your productivity, everything in one spot. His use of space, though, is fantastic. That is a tiny little desk, and because he's using that arm, he frees up all that space under his desk to like slide the keyboard away to free up space. So if he has to do writing or homework or anything like that, he can do that. The 2 water bottles, probably a little bit much there, but again, I think it was just one of those afterthoughts where it was sitting on his desk, so he just made it look all neat and ran with it. But hey, well-hydrated gamer is a good gamer, right? And he's got the snowball mic. I don't know what's going on with the Christmas lights. Like,
it could have been Christmas when he submitted it.
Okay, fair enough. Let's just go with that it was Christmas, but it's like you see all the people that do like LED lighting everywhere. And the cool thing about LED lights is that you don't see them, you just see the glow from them, right? You position them so that you're not looking right at these giant blazing LEDs. That would get really annoying to me sitting at the monitor and having these giant red things blasting in my face. But again, it could be the exposure on the camera making them look a lot brighter than they actually are.
True.
But overall, I like it. His cable management, it's okay, but I can still see a lot of cables even in this picture hanging off the side that he could have easily routed around the back of the table. Just with a couple like little zip ties and Velcros, he could have hid all that away. I don't really know what's sitting under his desk there. It's kind of at an off angle. I think that might be like a UPS or something, and then he's got something sitting on top of it. I have no idea.
I can't tell what that is either. It's a little too dark.
And he's got that dinner table thing sitting off the side, which bugs the hell out of me. But I actually have one of those dinner table things. I have that same exact little dinner table thing.
Are you using it for what he's using it for, though?
No, I use it for stuffing my face with food when I'm in the living
Exactly.
But no. But I mean, they're good for laptop stands and everything. And I think it's cool that he has his laptop there. But he honestly can't use the laptop right there.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's coming in from the side and he's moving a chair over there, it's not really accessible. So I'd probably move things around a little bit more and try to get the laptop up on the desk so that you just open it up when you need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, it's a clean setup. The speakers are throwing me off a little bit. Like having one speaker on its side under the monitor is going to screw the whole sound stage up on it. I don't like that he doesn't have a monitor centered on the sitting position. Yeah. Like even with two monitors, I always prefer it when you have one monitor front and center and then one off to the side, kind of utility monitor. It's really weird, especially with mismatched monitors, to have your sitting position be in the middle of them.
Yeah. See, I like having when I had dual monitors, because now I have three. I liked having, they were matching, so it made sense for me to sit in the middle of them. But I agree, if they're not matching, it's kind of like, whoa, like it doesn't make sense. But he did say he was going to eventually get a matching monitor, so that's good. At least he knows.
Hey, this isn't Pimp My Setup for future aspirations. This is Pimp My Setup based on pictures. Come on. It's like everybody could say that and be like, well, I'm planning on getting 3 80-inch 4K panels and a projector overhead.
I mean, yeah, that's actually true. But I agree with like all the things that you were saying. As far as the wires, it's like you have that big drawer. You could kind of hide everything behind it. So that one wire that's kind of poking out right at that side shouldn't be seen. Because even if you just take a piece of Scotch tape, literally a piece of Scotch tape, and just tape it to the back of the desk, you'll be fine. It won't poke out. And
you need to watch my hot glue video.
Yeah, jerry-rigged. When are you bringing more of those back, by the way?
More jerry-rigged. The next one should be at the end of this month, and I'm thinking about, this isn't confirmed, but I'm thinking about actually taking a whole bunch of, I have a ton of leftover fans from like old PC builds. Mm-hmm. And so what I was going to do is I was going to take a bunch of fans, some cardboard, some duct tape, some hot glue, and an old AC adapter, and I'm going to like work it all together to make basically a hand cooler for my keyboard that basically just has a constant curtain of air going over the keyboard.
Dude.
So you can keep your hands all nice and cool when you're playing games or doing inappropriate things.
I wonder which one's going to get more use. Leave that up to your imagination. But I definitely think you guys should stay tuned for that. But obviously, these people are here for you, not me, so they already know about you. But yeah, I think
I would just say that. I'm sure at least like 25 of them are here for you, Matt. I'm like maybe 30. What? We got 296 people watching?
That's crazy. That's wow.
Those are crazy numbers. I didn't expect that. Pimp My Setup's moving up in the world.
Oh yeah. And back to Owen's setup. Actually, I think personality it's very personable, right? With the Pikachu and the.
Walking into this kid's room, immediately like what Christmas presents to buy this kid. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has made that absolutely apparent.
Yeah. Skylanders, Smash Bros, Pokemon. It's all right there. And that's key. And I like the way you did that. So big kudos there, because you hit theme out of the park, whereas a lot of people haven't hit that out of the park. So definitely kudos to you. I agree with basically everything you were saying. I think that the lunch table dinner tray thing is a little weird. I would like to see your snowball maybe like on your desk, but I don't know. Do you think he like ports the snowball around with the laptop? Because it looks like it's.
That's what I don't really know. It looks like he could.
Yeah, it looks kind of like it might be unplugged, and he just uses it with his laptop mainly. Maybe. Well, I mean, maybe you could let us know.
It's possible, but I'm not a big fan of just setting stuff on top of my laptop.
Yeah.
I mean, I know space is at a premium here, but I'd rather just have the snowball sitting off to the side of the mouse pad than on top of the laptop.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I agree. But overall, for 11, this is insane. A lot of 11-year-olds are probably, jealous of that. So, Owen, good job. And you want to move on to the next setup?
Yep, and tell your parents that you want some like 40 or 46 inch screens.
There you go.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
But he was the one that didn't want the TV as a monitor.
That's exactly why I want him to get him.
Okay.
He needs to learn.
All right.
He needs to learn, Matt.
So let's see what he says to that. But this next setup is submitted by Declan, and he is 16 from England. And basically, he mainly uses this for schoolwork and gaming. So it's kind of like they go hand in hand, schoolwork, gaming, basically the same thing at this point. And yeah, he goes into all the specs, which again, you guys can read pimpmysetup.com/Q. But wow, this is clean, but it's also kind of confusing. Well, maybe not confusing. It's just
maybe you.
Well, I'm saying the left side, his laptop. I guess he doesn't have enough room, so he has to use his drawer for that. I mean,
this is a weird one for me, Matt. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm a symmetrical kind of guy.
Yep,
it's like comes with that whole OCD thing. It's like literally, I have two modes. Either everything has to be completely chaos and completely screwed up, or it has to be absolutely in perfect harmony and alignment. Well, with this guy's setup, though, I'm finding an exception to that. I like the fact that he has the laptop up on top of the dresser because now it's like a sit-stand workstation scenario.
True,
he can sit in front of the computer, or he can stand up over there and use the laptop. I also like the fact that he has an Xbox 360 down below, an Xbox One up on the desk, and a PlayStation 4 off to the side of the monitor, and you don't see any wires.
Ooh.
You don't. He managed to. I mean, obviously you can see the power wire and the charger in the background, but you can see that he did everything he could to hide as much wire as he possibly could. And I also really, really dig his mic stand. I don't know what kind of microphone that is, but I love the look of it. It's like fancy. Some retro 50s looking. Yeah, it's like Art Deco mic, and he's got the little pop filter on there, and he's got all of his headphones hanging right on it. I love that. I'm going to steal that idea, actually, because I like the fact that you can just grab that thing.
Yeah. It
looks like it's one of those, older mic stands. I think I actually have that same mic stand. Is that from freaking Z-Sound? It might actually be from Z-Sound. But no, it's cool because you can actually pick that thing up and just drag it around the room, and you've got your microphone, you've got your headphones, you've got everything all on one tidy little beast.
It's an all-in-one right there.
That's awesome. Yep. So gonna ding him on this setup is he's got the Halo 3 poster back there, and you're like, yeah, gamer, and he's got his wallpaper, and it's like, yeah, gamer, and then he's got, what are these maps in the background? One of them looks like it might be from a game, and the other one looks like it's like an airport or something.
Well, I think the far left is GTA.
Oh, is it? Okay, good. Yeah. Thank you for confirming that, because I was going to say, if the dude just had like random cartography like sitting in the background, I was going to be like, what? Okay, so they are game related. So the dude gets high marks on I'm going to change my theme score for this guy, because I kind of dinged him on that. I was like, dude, why are you putting like educational things in the background? Come on, that has nothing to do with gaming. So let's. I think it's great. The only things that I'm going to ding them on is one monitor is absolutely ridiculous in this day and age. Like nobody should ever, unless if you have a laptop, that's the only excuse. And even then, you should go buy an external screen for it. I'm just saying. But you should have more than one monitor. It's like, oh my god, just get more than one monitor. Other than that, I mean, the only thing that you can ding this guy on really is he has a cork board that's supposed to be on the wall, like leaning against the wall. Like, I would kind of put that up on a wall somewhere. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the other thing is he has a really, really cool rack system behind that Xbox One, and I wonder why he's not using it. Like, I would be, like, running shelves up that sucker and putting everything on there.
Oh, yeah. I totally
I'd be going crazy.
Yeah, and you know what it is? Like, when you have a setup like this, and you didn't even make mention of like the weird red or blue in the furniture. Like you totally looked past that. I don't know, maybe.
No, the chaos works here for some reason. It's like they're prime colors, and it just works.
Oh yeah, I think that it's really nice. One thing that's not really necessary, but it would also like add a little bit of niceness to the look would be the controllers. Get like a controller holder. They make them that have 2 or 3 slots, and you just place them all in there nicely. So that they're not just laying there, but it's not really necessary. These are just little things you could do. I like how he has the little cubbies. Actually neat. I never see that in the setup. They're normally just like, oh, I'll just shove it in here and call it a day. Like he's got the little cubby holes that are neat. And honestly, like the wire management is perfect. Everything is, personalities there. You see he's a gamer.
Yep. It's a clean room too. Like you can tell that there isn't just a giant pile of laundry and stuff behind this picture.
Oh yeah.
Like
if he had a carpet, it would be vacuumed. That's the kind of guy he is. Like trust me, we've seen some that's like there's probably like a dead cat just like somewhere in there. So
true story.
Yeah, I think that this is really, really nice, but I definitely agree that the monitor cannot be alone. This is like lonely monitors don't live long. So
it's breaking the rules.
Yeah.
It's just like, in order for it to be called a setup, you have to have two screens. The laptop screen over there doesn't count. It just doesn't, okay?
Oh yeah,
it just doesn't.
It can't because it's so far away. It's just doesn't work like that. But I do like that you pointed out it could be like a standing desk almost. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I think if you wanted to go crazy, a new desk taking up the whole wall, going crazy, you get like 37 monitors, something like that. Really take it to the next level. But no, honestly, honestly, this works perfect, and you really hit a home run here. I like it. Good job.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next setup. Next setup is submitted by how do I say this?
Niloy or Niloy, maybe?
Something like that. Niloy. Regardless, hey, hi.
You got a cool name, dude.
Yeah, he's all the way from Bangladesh.
Like, where is that even?
I don't know.
Like,
I
think that's India.
Right.
I think that's India.
Something like that. But he's 14, and he basically said that. Let's see.
Let me guess. He already works for Microsoft. He's been there for 5 years. I'm just kidding. No, when I was working at Microsoft, we actually had what is it, the Technical School of Bengali or whatever. We had like 15 graduates come out and like join the workforce at one time.
Wow.
Had to stay up really late to be on those calls. Woo!
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
No, India's like the leader. I think they're the technical leader right now as far as education. I think the Institute of Bengali or something is like one of the top rated tech schools in the world.
Really?
Yeah, for like programming and stuff. It's like, it's insane.
Wow.
And it's cheap. So everybody go to India
Yeah.
to get your education, and you will seriously just come back here and dominate.
Do
I'm just
it.
saying. Pro tip. Hashtag pro tip.
Yay. So taking a look at this setup, it's actually really, it's as awesome as it is. It's also like, huh. But I don't know. I mean, what do you think of the wall right above the monitors? How it's just empty. do you like that or no?
No, I don't like that at all. I don't like empty walls because it makes me feel lonely and virgin for life. So
I mean, seriously, look how empty it is. He's got a poster to the right of the setup.
Here's the thing that really bugs me about that is it's like he's got a lot of cool monitors and everything. And looking at the setup, it doesn't look like he's hugely limited on his resources. It seems like it would have been pretty easy for him to find like an old LCD TV or plasma TV or something to stick up there and cover that up. Because I see a lot of people doing the small screens on the bottom and the big screen on top, which I think is a really cool setup. It's kind of the inverse of what I do.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, it's like, God, put some posters or something up there. It just looks way too barren. I couldn't agree more with you on that. Just having a big canvas like that, not going to use. I mean, hell, you can even put drop a projector.
Oh yeah.
And project on that wall. That would be freaking amazing and unique, dude. You should do that. You'd probably be the only one.
Yeah. Or even if you got some crazy, because he's got the little Darth Vader head. That'd be sick if he had some crazy thing to like hang up on the wall there that's from the movie. Not even a poster, but like an actual like object. Like a Death Star. Go crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to look at that though and not see something up there.
Yeah, it's.
I
too
completely
empty.
agree.
But,
although, hold on, there is that. Yeah, thank you. The second picture.
Yep.
That's what I want to talk about is with the LED light on the back wall.
Looks great.
It looks great. I'd almost changed my mind because with that red like circular glow behind the screen and on the floor, I think it's actually cooler than having posters up there because you get this nice uniform light effect. It's almost like the sun's rising behind your computer. And so, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, that's cool at night, but it's like, try to go for a setup that looks good all the time.
Yeah. And even then, there's still a lot of room above where the LEDs actually touch. So I feel like, I don't even know how tall the room is. It looks like a pretty, actually, I can't really tell by the picture.
Maybe the desk is just really short or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I can't tell.
Yeah, because I don't know if it goes like all the way up or it's just like that's actually the top right at where the photo cuts off. But regardless, I think that the actual triple monitor setup is great. I think that obviously you could get the triple monitor arm, stuff like that, but that's something you do down the road. Because for now, those are actually pretty small stands, which is nice. They don't really take up that much space. He's got all the peripherals set. He's got all that nice LED glow going on. I do find it weird that his PC has the blue LED, and then he chose to show off all the red in his keyboard and stuff. But I think that
he has it kind of balances out a little bit though, because he has the blue. If you look at his amplifier over there on the left side of the screen, on the first picture, he definitely does have a blue glow balanced on both sides of the screen. So again, it's kind of like that last setup we looked at where it's like blue and red kind of can go together.
True.
It's kind of weird, but like I agree with you that in the second picture where the red's on, just having the random blue smattering is a little bit bizarre.
Yeah. If you're gonna go
and
blue,
the speakers.
put more. Yeah.
The other thing is the speakers. I just noticed that. I didn't see that before. But he has the speakers behind the monitor. And I can't stress to people, like, I'm an audio fanatic. I've got probably 30 pairs of headphones, 4 headphone amplifiers. I wouldn't consider myself an audiophile, but I'm a little bit of an audio snob. I like like good audio, right? And when I see people put speakers behind there, it's like audio loves to reflect off plastic. So having it sitting behind your screens like that with the drivers down low, but then the tweeters and the mids and everything up high, it's going to screw the sound up like bad.
Yeah. It's like, why even have speakers?
Yeah. And he's got all that space up on the wall. He could have easily put 2 speaker mounts up there and like pointed the speakers like perfectly to give him like the ultimate soundstage.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll do that now just because of you. Just because
do that. Just do it.
But yeah, so
I feel so powerful, Matt. So powerful. The Batman.
You have all the power.
I got bad knife.
Anyways, so what do you think of the left side of the room? Sort of, that black desk that has the laptop and stuff like that.
That completely threw me off.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look as bad in the dark picture, but in the daytime picture, it's like you have this giant white wooden desk, which I think is cool. Like, I don't have a problem with, like, because it matches the wall.
Yeah.
But it's weird that he just has like this weird, it looks almost like an end table for like a high-end living room with like a marble reflective top on it. It definitely looks way out of place. And then it looks like behind that he has a Xbox or something propped up on a bunch of books or something. Like, it just looks like chaos. It's like his main desk is really clean. It's balanced. He has a computer on one side. He has the amp on the other side. The speakers, even though they're behind the monitors, they're proportional. And the 3 screens wrap around him perfectly. But then you turn to the side. It's just you kind of have like this desk that's like where you just spilled over everything.
Yeah, and I think like the one thing that kind of throws me off too is if you look how close that side desk comes up to the keyboard, it's probably very close to his side, if not touching him when he's sitting in front of that keyboard.
Oh, it totally is. I mean, he's probably resting an arm up there on the laptop.
Yeah, that just seems uncomfortable and kind of cuts away at that nice big desk that you have. So I don't know. I would think about that. But if you like it, then more power to you.
Hey, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is just advice. It doesn't matter what we say. You can seriously just flip us the middle finger and be like, no, I do what I want.
Exactly. And
obviously the kid knows what he's doing. I mean, when I was his age, what is he? Did you say 16?
14.
14. These damn kids these days, I'll tell you.
Oh man, but
that's an epic setup. You can't ever ding anybody. Like if you're 14 years old and you got that, your parents are awesome.
Oh yeah, they love you.
Or completely oblivious to you ripping off like trucks out on the street or something.
That's possible too.
Yeah, it is possible. We're not accusing anybody of anything, but I'm just saying there is a high probability that this kid may have cut a couple locks off some trucks outside Best Buy.
Yeah, it could be. But anyways, let's go on to the next setup. Next setup is submitted by Tom, and Tom is from the UK, and he is also 14. He goes on about all the different things in his setup, and if you want to know more, obviously go to the site. But I think you'll have fun with this one. You wanna start off?
I'll kick this one off. Okay, just put the tree away. I realize this is probably. I'm starting to think that these were submitted around Christmas time, but I'm just saying a tree has no place sitting on your computer desk. It just doesn't, because trees signify like nature and going outside and fresh air and all the things us fat gamers don't like. Okay, so I'm just saying, get that, throw it away, take it outside and set it on fire. If it's plastic, I don't know. Tell your neighbors first so they don't suffocate. But looking at the rest of his setup, I'll tell you one thing I really, really like about the setup, looking at it immediately, is he's done something that I haven't seen anybody else do. And that is he just has this random auxiliary monitor off-center just kind of chilling up on the wall. Like you can tell that's like it's not even a part of the group of 3 screens. It's just kind of like that's where he's going to put like his email or something, so when he walks into the room he can see something. And I think that's cool, because you should go one way or the other, and he went the other. It's like don't just have a screen sitting up above that's completely worthless. I mean, this is a screen he put somewhere else that actually serves a purpose. Obviously he's doing something with that, and it's not a part of immediate gaming or anything like that. So I'm actually going to steal his idea at some point, because I think it'd be cool to have a 5th screen that's just somewhere completely different in the room, or a projector or something like that, where I can just move things off to that I just want to like monitor as I'm moving around.
Yeah. Well,
like I think that's really, really cool.
That reminds me of like a dentist office when you go in and you need to check in. They have the screen just chilling there. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like so I think that that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he has the Mac computer obscured by his iPad and basically it's probably not even plugged in and he probably doesn't use it because it's such a piece of crap. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I have nothing against Mac now. I gotta break that Microsoft habit since I'm gone now. But as far as it's a little too loud. I'm just gonna throw that out right now. The whole setup is there's too much stuff in one little location. It's like he literally has the curtains mashed up against his arm when he's sitting there. It looks like he has a mixer board of some kind on the desk. He has another mixer board like up above him. And I'm trying to figure out what all these mixer boards are for because he only has I don't even see any speakers.
Yeah.
Like there's I think there's a little speaker. No, that's not a speaker. That's an iPhone. So that's weird. All he has is the microphone overhead, which I really like, by the way. I like the way that he has that boom set up so that he can just bring it down in front of him, but it's not obscuring the screens. And he didn't have to bring it from behind the monitors because he has the shelf up there. So I think that was a good way to deal with that problem. But I don't know, the canister of pens and everything mashed in with the controller up against the big train display with some books underneath it and more books down below. And like books, who uses books anymore? Like books, are those still like a thing? I thought those went out like 8-track tape and stuff. I thought it's like all Kindle now or iPad. But looking on his desk, going with the whole clean factor, he's kind of on the fence because he did put a bunch of stuff in little like plastic containers that fit rather well under his monitors, but I don't think they look good, and he shouldn't use transparent because you just see a bunch of chaos in each one of those things. I know it makes it easier to find stuff, but it just kind of looks ugly. And then under his desk, he has the little organizer drawers that don't look like they fit in that space. Like he should have went and found one that fit really tight in there. Like it's just kind of weird having that just sitting back there with a bunch of random wires shooting over the top of it. But I do like that he has a PS2. I'm guessing this guy isn't 14 years old, is he? How old is this guy?
14.
Oh, God, serious?
Yeah.
How does a 14-year-old even have a PlayStation 2? Like,
hey,
that should be an Xbox. That should be an Xbox One. Yeah, but you're not 14, Matt. I'm saying. That PlayStation 2 to a 14-year-old should be like an Atari as to you.
Oh, true. Okay.
Like an Atari 2600. I'm just saying, generationally speaking. But I did just notice something in the picture. You notice how he's got his little USB hub thing? Looks like it's kind of hot glued up under the desk edge there.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if I had any influence on that or if it had already been done before.
Oh,
because this is the first time I've seen it in the wild.
Probably has nothing to do with you because you're
probably.
nobody. I don't know.
I probably ripped somebody else off and
of course.
didn't even know, right? But as far as theme goes on the thing, it's like he obviously likes trains and Lego dinosaurs and Rubik's cubes, and it's a little it's not any one theme, but he does win extra points for having a Pimp My Setup wallpaper. Let's just throw that out there. I mean,
pretty nice.
he definitely won to earn those points.
So,
he did?
Yeah, I didn't make that. So he made that himself.
Let's just give him a perfect 10 and let him win it then.
Right, yeah,
I mean,
cool.
that's how you rig these kind of things.
Thanks for watching this episode. just call it quits right there.
No, as far as his age though, the last thing I'll say is just as far as his age, I mean, the dude's got a triple screen setup sitting there.
It's insane.
He's got a console gaming system, be it, a little bit dated. And granted, if you want to get rid of that, let me know because I actually am looking for a PS2 right now. I'm just going to use your show to start buying retro gaming systems. And the fact that he has a Mac, he has a Mac desktop, he has this whole PC setup, he has Beats by Dre, which I don't like, by the way. I hate Beats by Dre, but I understand why some people like them because they are bass cannons and they have good noise isolation. So other than that, though, nothing.
Yeah.
So the kid's got a lot of stuff and a lot of potential here, but man, he is really cramming a lot into that little space. So it's like I'm going to give him credit and ding him at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I understand getting a lot of stuff into a small space, but it is just a little bit kind of like messy and loud.
Oh, for sure. I mean, but I think that could be easily fixed because I don't think that the three monitors are technically overkill, even though it is such a small place. You're just surrounded by pixels all over you. But I definitely think just a couple of things, like you said, the pens and pencils and stuff like that, you don't need that on display necessarily. So I think that's one thing that could go. But I want to say, that right side is sort of weird because it's like his Apple side. He's got Beats, iPad, Mac, and it's just like off to the side, like not what he uses. And he's got a tree.
Maybe this is him like slowly getting out of it, Matt. Maybe this is like his way of slowly pushing all that garbage over, and then the next stage is just off into the recycling bin.
Yeah, well, the next stage is him putting it with the tree when he's setting it on fire and just calling it a day.
There you go. I like it.
But yeah, I think that I'm not a fan of Beats, but that side just looks a little neglected. I would put a little bit more, love into that side, especially if you're going to be cleaning out your main desk, because I think that's one thing you definitely need to do. But I think that if you gave a little bit more love to the right side and make it a nice standing desk, kind of like the last one you said it would be nice as a standing desk, you could make that your Mac standing desk. So I would,
boom.
Yeah, so I would recommend something like that. But I think everything that you hit on is how I'm feeling. I do like that he has the trains. I like that random monitor. I like what you're doing, especially in the size of the space that you're working with. But I definitely just want to see you give it a little bit more love, because you went crazy enough to get it to this point. Just show it that you still care. Give it your love,
Give it some love. I like the standing workstation though. Go with that. That's like the best advice.
Yeah. So do that, and I think that for 14, that's crazy.
Those kids these days, man.
I just now got my third monitor, and I'm about to be 19. I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair.
It's not. We're old.
Yeah. But so overall, everything in that setup is pretty interesting. But let's move on to the next setup. This one is I think this is one of the most confusing ones I've seen. All right. So his name is Ashton, I think.
Ashton.
Yeah. He's 15. And basically, he wants to know what we think. And it's funny, he also said, I know my screens aren't matching, but one is on the way. So this guy is saying it's on the way. So
okay, well, we can give. I think we can bend on that one a little bit.
Yeah. All right. So that's good. And he actually has the mini version of mine. That center AOC. That's the 23-inch. So, hey, props. I like the AOC one.
I think that loses him points though if he's got the same stuff you're running.
Come on.
I think it's like the cool wall on Top Gear. It's like, if we have it, it's seriously uncool.
Exactly. So, all right. So this is sort of a headache, but it's also not. I think just a little bit of rearrangement will change the setup completely. So what are your thoughts on it, especially the way he has the speakers just kind of like there's one definitely hiding behind that monitor.
I picture this guy as a very, very athletic, hyperactive individual. And I'm going to tell you why. Because sitting behind everything, right? I'm going to give him points for theme, right? Because it looks like he does some kind of like Tough Mudder events or something like that, like triathlons or decathlons or something like that. And he's got that representing in the background, right? He's got his like little running badge. He's got his socks. He's got his shirt. And he's representing, and he's into cars and stuff because he's got, the power built hot rod mat down underneath. But the thing I noticed was he reinforced his desk. This is something I don't see a lot of people doing, and I actually did this to my desk, the desk that I'm using right now, because I have 3 huge monitors on it, and the weight caused it. I can't stand it. If a desk moves like even a centimeter when you push on it, it drives me nuts. I bolted my desk, I reinforced it and bolted it into the wall joist so it doesn't move at all. And you can see down here, he did something similar. He went and got a bunch of 2x4s and nailed them in there. He's like, screw this. I want a desk that doesn't move when I'm slamming the mouse around or getting angry and throwing stuff. But no, I like this. It looks like he's working within a very small space, and he kept it really tidy.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I'm not going to ding him for having Legos on the desk, because I think that's really cool that he's got like the little, what is that, like a Minecraft thing going on there or something. So I think that's pretty cool. But I am going to ding him hard on the speakers. Do not put speakers behind your monitors, people. What are you doing? He's got like the surround sound setup going. It's just one of his front speakers is just hiding back there behind the monitor. So it's going to throw the entire sound experience off. And you just murdered sound with that. That's like, and I can't figure out what's hanging up over the EVGA thing there, but it kind of looks like a towel on a towel rack or something. Like, I'm trying to figure out where this setup is, because he's got a camouflage back wall, a really ripped up wall on the side. I'm almost thinking this is like a workshop or something.
Well, what I don't get, is there a wall to the right side or no?
That's what I think so, because look what the speaker's up against.
Yeah.
It looks like there's something solid there, like a refrigerator or something. I can't tell.
Why is the PC like that? Why is it in that spot specifically? You know what I mean?
Because he wants to look at those components. He wants to see his GPU in all of its glory when that computer is just rocking and rolling.
I just feel like because of that, it completely pushed his whole setup to the left side of the desk when he could have been a little more in the center.
Oh, I completely agree. If he had stuck that thing down on the floor, like normal people, he could have just been like all sprawled out.
But yeah, I think that it's a little. That's the one thing that I can't wrap my head around. It's like it hurts me to look at it because it looks so like he kind of just put everything down and was like, yeah, that's good, I like it, and kind of walked away.
I can't ding him on it though, because like my computer setup I had at work back in my office, back when I used to be not so poor people, I used to have my computer sideways like that behind the monitors, because I like that clean look of just not having anything on the floor. So I literally stuck it behind the monitors sideways.
Yeah, well,
so I do like being a little weird like that sometimes, but I do agree with you that it really shoved him over in the corner. Like, it wasn't the right decision for such a small space.
yeah, well, I think behind the monitors it would look better, but now he's like, he took his decent sized desk and made it like insanely small because he's like, well, I can only sit over here now because of my PC and the speakers taking up one side. So
Yeah, don't let your PC own you, Ashton.
yeah,
Just don't do it.
Yeah, don't. I know
You're the boss.
it's 2015, so I don't know. The computers are getting a little crazy, you know.
And do you know what that thing is that's sitting on top of the subwoofer there? It almost looks like a lamp. Is that a lamp? Yeah, I think it's a lamp. And I don't think you should put a lamp on top of a subwoofer because the first time you play dubstep, that bulb's just going to shatter.
That's,
and then you're gonna
a
have,
fancy looking lamp.
yeah, and you're going to get mercury poisoning because that looks like a CFL bulb. So I'm just saying, save the world from mercury poisoning and just put that thing down on the desk.
There you go.
But it's, as far as the theme goes, it's kind of weird. Like, he's got the camouflage wall back there. I mean, I guess it's still a theme, right? I mean, the dude's obviously extreme. Right? That's
Yeah.
what he's trying to say here is extreme because it's like, you know, he's like, I got my marathon running thing. It's called Run or Die. So I'm guessing I just noticed that. It's called Run or
That's
Die
pretty-
is
that's
the
pretty
event.
clever.
So, and it's dirty clothes. So I'm guessing he's like, you know, it's like you're avoiding the police running through like gravel pits and stuff. But no, okay. So I guess there is a theme there. I mean, the dude obviously is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
But this is just weird. And I mean, he's got like boxes under his desk. I don't like that when people shove boxes under their
Same,
desk.
yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna ding him on that, and it looks like there isn't a wall over there because if you look, he's got some plastic totes over further under his
That's
desk.
what I was thinking.
So I want to know what the hell's on his desk that's white and is that like maybe a fridge or something? I don't know.
Well, because I think that the desk definitely goes on because
Yeah.
we're not seeing the legs of it. We're not seeing the end point. So I think it goes on, which really hurts my head even more because it's like, why is he so far over to the left side of his desk? It confuses me. It really
He probably
does.
took a picture of that, and it's like over on the other side of the desk, like his brother's set up with like
Yeah.
346-inch screens, a projector, and like a kegerator.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. We've seen some crazy things. But
Yeah.
I think that's going to wrap it up for his setup. We have one last setup, and this one is submitted by Jesper. Right?
Yeah, Jesper.
Okay. I'm usually the
If it was an
stupid
A,
one.
it'd be Jasper, but this is Jesper.
So
and
Jesper,
his last name's like Hamar. Like,
yeah, Hammer. Let's see. He's 14. There's a lot of 14-year-olds in this episode.
what is up, man?
It's weird.
Dude, the cops are gonna come looking for you with your
Hey.
demographic. I'm just saying, Matt.
Well,
Oh my
hey,
gosh.
all right, I'm not gonna finish my thought there, but
He knows I'm trouble every time I
yeah,
come on
oh,
the
yeah.
show.
He's 14 from Sweden. There you go, IKEA. No, yeah, IKEA.
Yep.
And he wants us to know that everything is running off of the monitors. No, all the monitors are running off the PC, not the laptop he has stored away. And it's funny, he actually said everything is from IKEA, which I'm sure makes sense because he's from Sweden. But all right, so here's an ongoing joke, Jerry. Every
Yeah.
episode, people say there's a gun in that room. There's a gun, and there never is, except for one time that there was a mug that had half a gun handle attached to it, and it was a joke. So every setup they say gun, but in this setup, there actually is a gun.
I like guns.
yeah.
I think guns are cool. Although all my UK subscribers disagree. They actually do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing, right? Here in America, we're like, guns. Pff, God, those are like tools. Go down to Fred Meyer and buy like a 12-gauge shotgun and a shovel. That's just like, utilities.
But I do want to make mention that this is, in fact, an airsoft gun. He wanted me to tell people it's airsoft.
Well, we probably could have guessed that from his age.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, not many parents give their kids sniper rifles.
Hey, I mean, he has LED lights shining up there. You never know. It could be his prized possession.
And you guys may not know this about me, but I come from an airsoft background. I played for 6 years on a professional airsoft team called Phantom Force.
Really?
Out of Silverdale, Washington, and we were together for 6 years, and we played as a team, and we went and found opposing teams and had huge tournament games and played in 24-hour games, and team even traveled to California a couple of times to partake in events. No, I still have all my airsoft gear. I'm gonna do a video one of these days on it.
I need to see a video of you running around with your gun, just doing rolls and stuff like that. Like,
Hey, I wasn't always like 296 pounds, man. I used to be like at least 20 pounds lighter. Come on. I'm just kidding.
That's a video I need to see. I need to like the crazy trailer music, you rolling around in slow motion.
Yeah,
I need to see it.
Yeah, I'll
Doing the
just put it this way.
shuffle.
My role was always support. You know why? Because all the support guy does is lay down with a big gun and lay down fire. I was the support guy. I was never the runner.
All right, if I don't stop talking about that, I'm never gonna stop. So taking a look at this setup, this is so IKEA and so clean and so.
Dude, it's just sick.
Yeah.
It's sick. I dare you to try to tear this setup apart.
All
I just dare you.
Let me just crack my knuckles here. No, just kidding. I don't know. My only thing that I originally said was, and I actually emailed him about this. I said, why are your monitors like that? And he just prefers the one in front of him and the one to the side for whatever else he's doing. He actually told me.
That's how I like it.
Yeah.
That's how I like it, Matt.
All right. So see, I guess it goes down to personal preference because he uses the right monitor for graphic design where he has all his tools, and the left one is where he has like Spotify and stuff like that up. It's not his main monitor. So,
yep.
I mean, I don't like that though because I kind of have a little bit of an OCD problem too, and it kind of just looks weird. It's not centered with everything.
See, I'd say more along the lines if he just needs to add a third monitor.
Yeah, and then it would finish the whole shebang.
Then we'd both be happy because then it'd be centered up for you and well, actually it'd be centered up for me too. But it's like that's what's really missing here is it's like he just has that one. And the thing is the desk is completely symmetrical.
Oh yeah,
like completely. Like you need to have 3 screens on that desk because it's like the cabinets down below, the drawers under the monitor stand, everything is perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah.
Like he should have 3 screens. I'm just saying.
And I just love IKEA, the way they do things. Like look how perfect everything is. And because of that, his wire management is just. I actually put a 9 because I was thinking I'm like, there's
because you're an
no
asshole.
way.
That's
Yeah,
why.
No, yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, I'm telling you,
can't see a wire. Where's the wire? Point out one wire.
I know. The problem is, I feel like if you were to look behind that desk, or behind the PC he has in the corner, it's just like a wire nest, and I'm just like, oh. There's no way it's this perfect, but
I like how it's so perfect that you're just making assumptions at this point. You're like, I don't know. This looks like a guy that just took a bunch of wires and stuck them in a bucket and duct taped the lid.
That's what I have to do, though. It's sad. I mean, I just love the gun up there, though. The simplicity, it just looks so badass. This setup is too good. It's just lacking that monitor. So there you go. I was able to say something.
Yep.
But you have anything to say?
I got a lot to say about this setup. This is awesome.
Do it.
So theme, I'm just gonna throw it out there for theme. Nailed it because he's got the gun up there. His chair that he's sitting in is an AK racing chair. Mm-hmm. You know, AK like is an AK-47. You know, it's like he has got the gun theme going on.
Oh yeah. And
the cleanliness of this room definitely gives me the Dexter Morgan vibe. You know, it's like this is a guy, a precision killer right here. You know. It's just, he's got that whole surgical cleanliness going on in this room.
Yeah, no.
But if you look off the side of his monitors, I mean, he does have his little iPad mini there, and he has his iPhone, and they're both like perfectly set up with like he put a ruler between them to get them just This kid suffers from OCD. Mm-hmm. He suffers from OCD horribly. The only thing I can ding him for even remotely is just his curtain that he has over there on the side.
Why?
It's just like this really just kind of bland looking, weird, kind of off color, brownish looking curtain. It's like,
what would you make
it could have been, if I was going to do something like that, I would have gone total blackout cloth and like some like sound absorbing like material, where it looks really, really thick and like matte and it almost looks like a part of the wall.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'm not saying, trust me, I am nitpicking like crazy here. It's like you can't, there are no wires visible. You can't even see, like, the computer's even concealed over there around the corner.
Yep.
It is a very, very clean setup. This looks like a place where you could go sit down and just relax with no distractions and just hammer stuff out. Mm. And then when people troll you on the internet, you just kind of glance up a little bit and go, yeah.
Okay.
It's good. Jesper, you win the internet with this setup today. I'm just saying for having the least amount of stuff and the most impact.
Yeah.
Because it is just a super, super clean setup. It's well set up. The only thing both of us agree on really is that he needs that third monitor.
Yeah, and simplicity.
I mean, even if you don't use it, dude, get that third monitor.
Yeah.
Just trust us on this. It's gonna be a game changer for you.
Even if you never, literally never pull a window over to it, just get it.
Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. It's just a wallpaper display at that point. Doesn't matter. It's going to balance things out, and somehow like the feng shui of it all is going to make your life better.
It's going to get like image Brennen. I just combined image Brennen to image. But yeah, so even the other picture I didn't show yet. If you just look underneath, it's like, it's just perfect. It's just everything about it is great. He's got the YouTuber mouse. It's just everything about it is really, really nice. So
I like how he proved it too. Like he's like, I'm gonna take a picture of just an empty space under my desk just to prove to that Mac guy that the cables are good.
I asked him to do that. I
Really?
Yeah, I emailed him. I'm like, dude, there's no way. Send me a picture underneath, and he totally did. I was like,
that's hilarious.
I was like, all right, fine, you win, you win. So now is actually the point of the show where I go over the scores so that we show who wins. If the top 2 people win, the chance to go into the Hall of Fame, stuff like that. But there's actually a problem, and this is going to be the first time ever. So first off, hands down, Jesper won. But let's go for oh wow, I am just fumbling words. So let's see. Peter got a 52. Owen got a 53. Declan got a 72. Neloy got a 72. That's a problem. We'll get to that in a second though. Tom got a 37. Ashton got a 55, and Jesper finished with an 89. So
just killed it.
Jerry, we have a problem.
What's that?
Because we
need a tiebreaker.
Yeah. So basically, Jesper won, but 2 people win per episode. So Noloy and Declan, yeah, it's a thing now. They're tied. So
here we go.
This is up to you. You have to decide.
Let me pull them up. I'm doing the tiebreaker right now. I see how it is. You just want to throw me under the bus.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Exactly.
So that nobody calls you like playing favorites or anything. All right. So what do we got? We got Declan and Noloy. Are they tied?
Yep.
Declan and Nicole. Okay. Let me pull them open here.
This is all up to you. So I'm going to say it again for everyone. This is Declan. This is Noloy. And this is Jerry about to make the biggest decision of his life.
I'm sorry, but even with Noloy's big blank wall, he wins it with the 3 monitors. I'm sorry. Takes it. Noloy takes the win with his 3 monitors.
So what do you have to say to Declan now that you just ripped his heart out of his chest and stomped all over it?
Declan, seriously, if you had just one more monitor, just one more stinking monitor hovering over that Xbox One, you would have won it, dude. You would have won it, but you didn't. So
there it is.
Go team Bangladesh. Got it.
So there you go, guys. That is all we have for this episode of Pimp My Setup. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 20, recorded live on February 10th, 2015. My name is Matt Philly. You check me out on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And
oh, whoa.
Oh, no, did I screw it up?
Dude. Oh, guys, that's something going down in history. You just cut me off, man.
I just cut him off. Well, that's not big. I cut everybody off.
Yeah. But okay, all right. So now, where can they find you? Does it something to do with a cow or something like that?
They can, yes. You can find me at Barnacules on Twitter, or you can come watch my silly videos over on YouTube at barnnerd.com. Barn, like where you put the cows. Unless in your country you don't put cows in barns, and then in which case I'm uneducated. All right, cool.
So, but for you, that we put cows in barns, right?
Yeah, I mean we do order in burgers and stuff.
Oh, that's a thing. So you're good.
They're delicious.
Yeah, you're good for now. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you on the Flippity Flop. There we go. Now we're live. Oh wow, you're still doing it.
Oh no, the chat's catching up. They're like, "Damn, Jerry cut him off."
Yeah.
Oh, I do that, dude. I do that all the time. Seriously, like that 1/10 of a second lag on Skype is just enough.
Oh yeah, that's not as bad as one guest I had. There was literally like a 2-second delay. So I would talk and then like I would stop and they wouldn't say anything. So I'd say something and then they would start talking and it was like, oh god, this is awkward. Just kind of ruined everything. But yeah, so let's see here. What do you have, like 5 minutes to hang around?
Yeah, dude, I'm good. I don't have to. Let's see, what time is it? 4. Yeah, I can hang around for a bit.
All right, cool. So whenever you got to go, just let me know. But let's talk to the chat. Let's see. You guys have any questions for the Barnacules? Gotta say it like that, so it makes it seem like oh my god, I gotta ask him a question. It's a big deal.
You gotta ask me a question because I'm all internet famous. I think I'm like the 4096th the biggest YouTube channel or something like that.
Dude, that's something to say. That's a big deal.
I know. I was laughing the other day when I was looking at that statistic because I was like, wow, there's a lot of big YouTube channels.
Oh,
like here, I'll go. Oh no, sorry. Oh no, 3,577. Woo, moving on up, guys.
There you go. You're changing the world right now.
Oh, that cracks me up.
Let's see. Matt, when is your Pimp My Setup coming? I filmed one. I don't know if I want to post it though. My videos, I'm starting to have that realization that my videos really suck. So I need to like actually like care about them and quality over quantity. So working on it.
Quality over quantity is the most important thing you can honestly do. And everybody's going to come after you and be like, why aren't you posting videos? Unsub, unsub, unsub. Ignore them.
Yeah.
You got to post videos when you like the videos. If you don't like a video, don't post it.
Yeah.
Just don't.
I've had 3 in the past month already that I decided to just not post. So I'm working on
Yeah.
it. Oh, here we go. Hey, Jerry, should I get the Corsair K70 or the... the comment's gone. Never mind. What do you think of the Corsair K70, though?
Well, I don't have the K70 yet, but I have the K65 RGB, and I've actually really been liking it. The software on it sucks, though. You can get it to do what you want, but it's not intuitive at all. But as far as the keyboard's concerned, I absolutely love the feel of it. And to be honest, I type with higher accuracy on that keyboard than I do on my DOS keyboard.
Oh, really?
Which I found a little bit weird because they both have the same switches.
I got the DOS Model S for my Mac. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. My first mechanical keyboard.
No, mechanical makes all the difference in the world.
Ooh, here's a good question. How's the PC?
Ooh. Actually, I get to go pick her up tomorrow morning. Oh,
man. So when can we expect to see a video about it?
I'm going to try to have the video up on Friday or Saturday is what I'm shooting for the unboxing and getting it set up and everything and talking about the build. Actually, the first video is not going to be the unboxing. It's going to be the whole build where I'm actually doing a video of the entire build process. Like I went to Puget Systems, recorded the whole beginning of the build process. They recorded a bunch of B-roll for me while I was gone, and then I'm going back tomorrow to record the rest of it. So there's going to be a cool video that shows the whole inside of Puget Systems build experience. So I'm pretty excited about that. But no, this is I'm genuinely super excited about this because my last computer build that I did down here, I mean, I built this computer well over 2 years ago. And so it's going to be nice going up to a dual Xeon system with 64 gig, 1 Gbps storage, all M SATA stuff. I mean, it's all like new territory to me. And, 980 GPUs. Dude, it's going to be to die for. I honestly, I'm like, seriously, I just peed my pants talking about it. That's so excited. It's gonna be great.
Man, I can't wait to see that video because that's gonna be interesting. Even though I'm not like super into the PC realm just yet because I'm just now building my first computer. It's just, and I think a lot of people say it actually, especially whenever I talk about you. You can make a video about whatever, and people will watch it and love it because it's you. So I'm excited. Whatever you post, I'm excited for. But this is something I'm really excited for. So
no, and you're gonna like it too because I got to talk them into some funny stuff. They literally let me fly a DJI Phantom drone around their freaking warehouse while people are building stuff. I literally blew papers all over the place, screwed up their invoices. Like they didn't care. They thought it was awesome, and I was using the Epson glasses, so I was flying it all first person view. So I got really good framed video of me flying over the workstations, and and I'm gonna put all that in the video. But no, they're absolutely cool people. The guys at Puget Systems, because not only are they like methodical in how they do things. Like, I mean, literally, you go there and you watch these guys, and they're going and checking every little tiny detail of the build, running tests. If a single test fails, they go all the way back, check all the memory, run them through diagnostics. They even put like FLIR cameras and stuff on it to measure the heat distribution on the system while it's running under 100% load on GPU, CPU. It's just amazing the attention to detail that they. But at the same time, they pay attention to that level of detail. But they feel like a little family business. Like you go there, it's like everybody knows each other, everybody's cool, everybody's relaxed, everybody's joking around. It doesn't feel uptight.
That's awesome
at all. And that's why I'm pretty happy to be having them building my machine. And this will be the first computer I've ever had built for me since my 386 SX16. Man. So this is kind of a new territory for me because I build all my stuff, and everybody's like, "Why didn't you build your own computer?" But the truth is, this time around, I wanted a company that thrives themselves. I mean, these guys are air cooling experts. Yeah. I mean, they built the quietest air cooled computer on the planet. I can't remember what it was. It was like -1 dB or something like that. It measured in a professional studio. These guys are excellent at like figuring out airflow and stuff so that they can run these fans that like you're literally watching the blades turn. Yeah. I mean, it's wild. So I wanted to see if they could really build a computer that's rock stable with this much crap crammed into it on air cooling without using liquid and have the thing still be silent.
This is going to be a good video. I mean,
it's going to be a good video. It's going to be a good couple of videos because we're taking it down to PDX Land on the 20th. Okay. So on the 20th, I'll actually be at PDX Land down in Oregon, and we're taking the system down there to do an entire full 2-day gaming session on it. And that's so I'm super looking forward to that. And that's going to hopefully get me back into gaming so that I can start doing that on a more regular basis. But if you guys don't know about PDX Land, and you want to go, I will literally be at every single PDX LAN in 2015. So if you're going there, you will see me.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I just saw a couple of tweets and questions. Why can I find these now? Someone said something about Intel tweeting you, I think.
Intel tweeted me?
Someone wrote, Intel just tweeted to you.
Oh, well, here, let's go see.
Let's check it out real time.
Oh, yeah, they did. Intel just, they said, awesome build, hope to see it in action.
Oh.
And Intel is actually a sponsor of this build. They actually provided the 2 Xeon processors that are going into this beast.
Really?
So I'm super, super excited. Yeah, Asus helped out. Corsair helped out. Fractal Designs provided the case. There's a lot of people, and I'll talk about all this in the video, but there was a lot of people on board that really wanted to work to get me a super powerful system.
That's exciting.
And these companies love Puget Systems. That's the other thing that I really like about it is I sat down and talked to the president, the owner of Puget Systems, John Bach, and it's like they have great relationships with all of these companies. And even though they're kind of like a small volume builder, like compared to some of the really, really big like boutique builders and stuff like that, they're well known in the industry. I was actually pretty shocked at how well known they are.
Damn, exciting! You just got everyone in the comments to be pissed off at you because they're like, "Where's the video?"
Where's the video? Where's the video? It's coming, I promise. And if you guys are wondering, a lot of people have asked, like, how much was the system? How much was the system? Well, just to let you guys know, I am working with Puget Systems. It's a sponsorship deal that I'm working with them over the next year. So I'm going to be attending PDX LAN with them, and I'm going to be helping them out with some of their YouTube aspirations and everything like that. So it's we're trading, we're working. That's how the YouTube thing works, guys.
Yeah.
And so I get the system. But if you wanted to buy the equivalent system that they're building for me today, I believe the cost was right around 10K. This is a beast. This machine's gonna last me for a good long time.
Oh, it better at that price.
Yeah. But that's one thing I wanted to dispel too while I'm here is I've been getting a lot of messages from people and they're like, "How do you afford all this stuff, guys? It's not like that."
Yeah.
On YouTube, it's about companies. You build a big audience, you build a big following, and companies want to work with you to get their products reviewed and get their products out there.
Yeah,
it's valuable to them. It's not like I'm not buying all this stuff, guys. Like I get so much flack, dude. They're like, "Dude, you're unemployed and you're taking money away from your family." No, that's not how it works at all, guys. It's not how it works. And the funny thing is, a lot of people have the misconception that companies are like, "We want you to do a positive review on their product." Dude, that couldn't be further from the truth. You find out, talk to any of the tech YouTubers of any size that have ever had a company send them something. They never say, "Will you do a positive review?" Because that's a red flag. They don't want a positive review. If you create a review where you're like, "This is the greatest thing since sliced bread," everybody goes running.
Yeah.
No, they want an honest review. I've literally reviewed products before that companies have given me, and it's been as many cons as pros.
Yeah.
And the company comes back and they're like, "Well, we're working on that. Exactly. We're going to do this." And then I relay that information. They do a better product. They send it to me and I review that one.
Yeah. Like, for instance,
that's how it works.
The Abudu, which I know obviously you have, that's how I figured out about it. When I got it, the instructions, there was a lot of things that were mislabeled. There was a lot of dead links too. And it's cool because when I said that, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna seem like a douche because it's gonna seem like I'm ripping them apart." But I said that, and they're like, "Awesome, we fixed it." Now, when people get this, they're not gonna have that same issue. So it's all they want you to rip them apart. Well, not rip.
And that thing is a beast, though, isn't it?
Oh,
that you got the Revolution, right?
Yep. And
once you get that thing together, you could run that thing over with a monster truck. I've never sat in a more stable cockpit.
Oh yeah, it's so nice, especially for the price. That's some quality right there. Let's see. I just saw a question before. What do you think of standing desk? I think because a lot of people.
Like the sit-stand workstations?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are talking about that because MKBHD got his.
Well, I actually had one for about 8 years at Microsoft.
Really?
I actually had a professional sit-stand workstation that was sunk to 2 end desks, so I could literally bring the entire room up to my level.
So, what did you think of that?
Oh, no, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. The only reason that I don't have one in my room is because I have a vaulted ceiling.
Okay.
And so I can't raise the desk up because literally the desk at this height is already touching the ceiling on the backside. So, but no, if I was in an area where I could have a sit-stand workstation, I would always opt for that because especially in my line of work when I'm doing software development and video editing and stuff where you're sitting for sometimes 3 or 4 hours without moving, having that option to just push a button and stand up for 15, 20 minutes every couple of hours is invaluable.
Oh, yeah.
My back felt so much better when I was at work using my sit stand than I do sitting at home all day at the same height sitting on my chair.
Well, I'm so excited because I actually I have one coming to me for review, so I'm excited to test that out.
Is it one of the electric ones too?
Yeah, it's from Human Solutions, so yeah, it has the pad and everything, and it goes up. And oh man, it's so nice. I can't wait to like
Oh no,
test it
you're
out.
dude, you're gonna love it.
Oh
You're
yeah.
absolutely. I mean, the only thing that might bug you a little bit is it's tricky to route the cables when
Well,
you have a station that moves up and down so much.
yeah,
But
they're giving me a wire management kit that's specifically made for desks that move up and down. So they want you to, it comes with the power brick and everything attached to the desk. So hopefully that will make it a little bit better.
they're killer. You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to go back once you've had one. But again, like with my setup with 346-inch screens, there's no sit stand workstation in the world that has enough room for these. Otherwise, if I lived in a house where I had a smaller setup or whatever, oh god, yeah, you're gonna love it, dude. You're gonna be drooling all over yourself. Oh, but be careful. I will give you one little thing. I about chopped my foot off once. Now yours I think is a different brand. The one that I used that was in my office was like a professional one that only businesses purchased. I think it was literally about $8,000 desk for the 2 end desk and the main one. Yeah, so it wasn't like a consumer grade thing. It was like an industrial grade thing, and it could lift 800 pounds.
Holy shit.
So it's not like what you had. So hopefully yours isn't this dangerous. But one day I had my foot laying over the back of like one of the support beams, and I leaned my belly into the button pack, and it started pushing the desk down, and it literally clamped my foot down. And I screamed because, dude, it was so much pressure. It felt like it was gonna pop my foot right off. And I backed away from the desk, and I literally had to yell to have my boss come over from his office and help free me from my desk.
That's crazy and also scary.
It was dude. It was really scary. I felt like that thing had enough torque that if I hadn't have backed off that button, it would have lopped my foot off. So just when you're doing your review, check for pinch spots, because you don't want to be like drunk as hell one night and be like, I'm gonna put my feet up, and then wake up with no feet.
Should
saying.
I like try to demonstrate it for people? Like, this is what
do it. Be like this. Don't do that. Yeah, seriously. Like, go get like a leg off a mannequin and stick it back there and just lop it off.
That'd be pretty funny, actually. Let's see. There was a good question. I just missed it. Oh yeah, they're asking what kind of desk you have. It's a dinner table, right?
It is an IKEA dinner table. Like, literally, it is a 12-person dinner table with a leaf in the middle. And I basically put it together, bolted it to the wall, reinforced it, and put a bunch of stuff underneath it to hold it together so the leaf wouldn't wiggle back and forth. But for all intents and purposes now, it's about a 10-foot long desk that's about 3.5, 4 feet deep. I mean, it's big.
Yeah. And
then I've got 2 other end tables that match it from the same set at IKEA, and those go down the side, and then that creates the L that goes all around my desk. But to be honest, at some point, because it's starting to get worn out, and it's a soft wood, so it's got tons of dings and bangs in it and everything. So when I redo the Nerd Cave this summer, I'm thinking about pulling it all out and actually doing a custom inserted desk that runs around the whole perimeter of the room. Like, I literally want to start from one side, go all the way around, and just have the room be one giant U-shaped desk.
It seems like that would work best for you, because that's kind of what you have working now. Just things on different surfaces right now. So
yep, and I just want to put like all the 3D printers on the far side of the room on the desk, and then go around and actually put and build custom compartments in it for holding all the filament and everything. So awesome. I want it to be a completely custom deal, but it's going to probably be a project that's like going on for like a month, and I'm going to have some guys come in and help me, because I'm not the greatest woodworker in the world, as you might imagine. But I got a lot of friends that are, so I'm gonna bring them in and everything, and then route all the edges on the desktop and everything. It'll be cool, but it's going to be a long project.
Yeah. So something I wanted to ask you, because way back when we used to do the episodes, we always saw the setups that had like the one that had the black wall against their displays and stuff like that. Is that still something you're thinking about? Because you did make mention you like that.
It's a double-edged sword, actually. Here's where it kills you. Is my videos are insanely hard to light. Like, a lot of people are like, your videos look really great. Well, that's because I have to have 2 LED packs and about 12 CFLs, because the back wall absorbs so much light. It literally, that's the problem with having a black wall. You'll never see a black wall in a studio where they're shooting video, unless they're doing a really dark scene, because it absorbs all the light in the room. My room is literally about a quarter as bright with the same amount of light with this giant black wall. But what I do like about the black wall is it improves the contrast of the screens immensely. When you turn out the lights in this room, and you're playing, the glow from the screen doesn't even register against the black wall. So it's almost like you're just looking at 3 projections that are just floating in space. And that I really like. So it's a hard decision. If you're shooting video and you need the setup to be photo friendly, then no, do not paint your wall black. But if you give 0, you know what's, trying to be a little family or friendly there for you, Matt. If you give 0, you know what's about it, then paint your wall black. It'll definitely improve the contrast of everything. And it makes it hiding cables super easy.
True. That's one reason alone that I would do it, honestly.
You can literally just like right now, you look under my desk, there's like 50 cables just coming down all wadded up against the wall, but they're all black cables, so you don't see them.
See, that's the thing. I hate when you get a cable that's like gray or white, and I'm like, why?
Why? In what country does... Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. People want to see Bat Knife again. I keep seeing
they do?
Yeah,
all right.
Every other word. Wait, how is
no, Bat Knife, Bat Knife. No. Oh, wait, we can't speed it up in real time. Here, let me raise my voice. Rip headphone users.
How did you mount that under your desk? I don't get it.
Oh, wait, you don't get that? Can't you hear that little sound? Like I just grab it and I'm just like, bonk.
Oh, wow. How did you do that?
I did a video on that. I like this is like we're plugging videos and stuff. You're like a pro. No, I did a video. Just look for like hashtag jerry rigged on YouTube. But no, I took magnets, neodymium magnets out of an old broken hard drive, hot glued them under my desk, and now I can literally just swing my knife under my desk, and they're such powerful magnets. I can literally be off by like 3 inches. And it'll grab the damn thing and pull it and center it up.
That's awesome. Now, why aren't you sponsored by a hot glue company? Because that seems like the only thing you use in your setup. Hot glue, hot glue, hot glue.
Well, now that you mentioned it, no, just kidding.
Watch tomorrow. I'm happy to announce my my.
Dude, I'm already drafting an email to Scott. And that's another YouTuber misconception too. Is a lot of people think that companies just like contact me like directly, and it's like some do. They actually do. I probably get contacted by about 1 company every day or 2 that asks me, and then usually it's a product that like doesn't even align with my audience or what I like at all, and I'm like, no, sorry, I don't want to review your cologne, or I don't want to review your energy drink. You know, I have a history of kidney stones. I'm not even joking. Like an energy drink company approached me, and I was like, guys, I've had like 3 kidney stones drinking your stuff. I think I'm gonna just avoid that. But it's funny because it's like a lot of it is me reaching out to companies and telling them what I have to offer, because I find products I want that I genuinely want, right? Because those are the best ones you want to review, obviously. If you want to review something, why not review the thing that you really, really, really want? So I'll contact the companies and I'll be like, hey, look, here's some statistics and here's some marketing stuff and here's some things I learned that I should probably tell you about who I am and what I do. And not all of them come back, but a good portion of them do. And that's a really cool thing. As you become a bigger and bigger YouTube channel, especially now that I'm doing it full time, it's a lot easier to interact and approach these companies, especially since I can, I have more time to work with them. I have more time to travel. I have, there's a lot of factors that make it a lot easier. But a lot of people get really upset and they send me mails. They're like, why do you get free stuff from companies? Well, it's that whole marketing thing, right? It's like I spent a lot of time building a channel and building a lot of content and at a lot of personal expense too, right? I mean, obviously building this nerd cave, that was something that I never intended to do for YouTube. That was just kind of for me, and it translated over.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of cool that companies and stuff want to work with the YouTube channels. It really is. And without the support from those companies, I mean, none of us would really exist. I mean, we would never be able to do half the stuff we do.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because since I'm so small, obviously it's a whole different game, and I get people asking me all the time, Matt, why aren't you sponsored by Philips Hue? Or like, you're always talking about LEDs. Why don't you have an LED company that sponsors you? And I'm like, I don't know, actually. Maybe it's because I'm so small and I'm like a little ant to all these people. I don't, that's the thing. It's not like, hey, Philips Hue, someone asked why you're not sponsoring me, so I just think you should sponsor me and we'll call it a day.
Different companies do different things too. Like, I mean, you've got 10,000 subscribers, but some companies don't even care about subscribers. Some of them just care about views. Some of them just care about your demographic. Like, whoa, dude, all you do in every single video you do is talk about this thing that we do.
Yeah. Yep.
And for me, it was lucky because I didn't start the channel from one perspective. I don't just play Minecraft. I don't just build computers. I don't have that one niche. Like, I'd say the thing that's most nichey about my channel is probably the 3D printing, and I got into that really early, so I rank super high in like search engine optimization for 3D printing. But it's not what the channel is. The channel's everything. And so I attract this huge audience of other people that have rage and ADHD just like me. And it works out great because it's like literally if it's geeky or nerdy, you will find it somewhere on my channel.
Yeah.
And so that's the aspect that I really like. But as far as like you and other people, it's like you've got 10,000 subscribers. It's going to turn into 15. It's going to turn into 20, then 50, then 100, then 200. It might take a couple of years.
Yeah.
But as long as you're passionate about it, you keep doing it and you keep improving, you will get there.
For sure.
You know, but just that's the thing I tell most people when they contact me is there's no one thing that you can just do that like tomorrow companies are going to just start throwing products at you and people are going to want to like, you know, interact with you. I mean, it's got to be a mutually beneficial thing. Otherwise, nobody's going to do it.
Yeah, because why are they going to give you, you know, let's just say, for instance, $500 worth of product for nothing? It's not going to reach anybody. So how is that helping them? You know?
Exactly. It's got to be a mutually beneficial thing for it to work out. But when it is, it works out really well.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. I have a call with Velcro next week. They
no way.
Yeah, they finally like because I one day was doing a stream and I was like, guys, tweet at Velcro, tell them how much you love them and how much I talk about them, and they got in contact with me. They're like, hey, it's cool that you do that, so let's talk. So I'm like, let's talk. Why not? I'm excited. Let's do it. So,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's literally all. The funny thing is, you're actually being approached like you already got an Oboto, freaking Revolution cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
And you've only got 10,000 subscribers. That's the thing is when people look at you, they don't just look at what you have, they look at your potential. Why do you think I'm on here right now, Matt?
Hey,
remember when I did Pimp My Setup with you guys? You guys didn't even have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, and you asked to be on it. That was
I asked. Part. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't realize that. I approached Matt and wanted to be on here because I watched the very first episode that you guys produced, and I was like, so I think some people sent me a link to it or something like that, and I saw it and I was like, I saw the potential. There was you look at it and you're just like, you can tell they care about production value. They care about audio. There's a personality here.
Yeah.
It's like everything there. That's why I wanted to be a part of it. It's not just about going and finding the big guys and working with them. It's like, you know, sometimes companies and even individuals just can look at you and realize your potential.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? It was Desk Setups on Twitter. He tweeted it.
That's right.
You. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
yep.
When he did that, I was like, oh, God, thank you. Because that's the thing. I tweet at these people all the time, the big guys. I'm like, come on my show. And no one ever responds. So, you know, when someone else does it, because you were following them at the time. Well, you probably still are. So that's why it worked out for me. Because they're like, you saw it and you're like, oh, I follow this guy. And he tweeted at me. So I know.
And I do things. I like to think I do things a little bit different than most YouTubers. I mean, you got to cut out your niche. You got to kind of be a little bit different. And I think my big difference is I try not to let just the numbers affect everything that I do. And it's really hard when it becomes a job. When it was a hobby, it was a no-brainer. I was like, I'm just going to do whatever I want, whenever I want. If I offend some people, so be it, whatever. And that's changed a little bit, but it's really hard because there are things that I turn down. There are companies I won't work with. There are just based on my morals and what I feel or how I feel about something. And it definitely affects the bottom line. You know, I'm getting significantly less revenue. I'm not, stuff like that. And those are hard decisions to make when it's your job, when you actually do it for a living.
Yeah.
But you have to. You have to stay true to it. And it's like I told my wife, it's like, I'm only going to do what I want to do. Because as soon as I'm not doing what I want to do anymore, or I'm just doing things for the money, then how is this any different than me just going back to IT and just doing a desk job as a software developer or something? So this has got to be what I want to do and something that I'm passionate about and something that brings me joy. Otherwise, I'm just going to burn it to the ground and go back to work.
There you go. Straight up, straight to the
pro tip. Pro tip, burn it down.
And this, if you want, this could be the last thing, but someone asked, and I thought this was a good question, what is up with Fitbit? Weren't you going to do something with them?
Yeah, no, I contacted them, but just like I said earlier, not all companies are receptive. Not all companies are easy to get a hold of. I contacted Fitbit, and they forwarded the request onto their marketing department. I followed up on it once, and they still haven't gotten back to me. It doesn't mean that they're not interested. It just means that they're so inundated with stuff right now that they haven't seen the request.
Yeah.
And Fitbit is something that I actually enjoy. Even if they don't send me free products, I'll recommend Fitbit because I've purchased Fitbits before. I've used them. They're great products. Yeah. They're absolutely great products. And so, but if Fitbit sent me some stuff, it would be cool for me to kind of use some of their newer, like I want the watch. The watch is cool. The one that interfaces with your phone and you can get your messages and stuff. Yep. And it tracks everything all the time. I find a watch is easier for me to wear than remembering to stick something in my pocket every day and walk around with it. Especially since I'm wearing like pajama pants like 90% of the time. It's my business uniform, Matt. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's a great product. I hope they want to work with me. But if they can't work with me, it's not going to slow me down. I'm still trying to do diet. I'm trying to do exercise. I'm trying to lose weight. I realize that I've let things get a little out of control, maybe just a tad. Just like, yeah. And so I'm going to try. And it is affecting my quality of life. It is. It never did before, but in the last year, whew. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm tilting almost 300 pounds now. So I'm like, yeah, time to do something about it. But it's really hard when your job, this is my job, guys. I wake up in the morning. I put my feet off the side of my desk. I go get in the shower, or sorry, off the side of my bed. No, I don't sleep on my desk. Not unless I'm drunk. But no, I go get in the shower. I get out of the shower. I go make myself a cup of coffee usually because I need it to wake up. And then I put on my pajama pants. I go upstairs and I sit in front of my computer almost all day. It's like my movement on an average day is like to go downstairs to like get something to eat or get something to drink. And so there's no exercise. When I was working at Microsoft, it's like I'd walk sometimes up to a mile a day just going between buildings for meetings.
Yeah.
And it's like when that's gone, what do you do, right? It's like it's not like something just instantly replaces it. So that's why I've been going on walks lately. Like I force myself to get up, go put my damn shoes on, take off my pajama pants so I don't scare my neighbors and they call the cops. And then I go walk around the neighborhood, or I've been talking to friends and going for walks with them because it's always funner to walk when you have somebody to talk to and stuff. But no, it's hard. I'd say that's the single hardest thing about self-employment, other than the stress of having to figure out how to pay the bills, how to pay the IRS, because the IRS loves just picking on us little self-employed people. Like the taxes goes up immensely.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where it's like keeping any level of fitness is almost impossible when your job is like 50 feet away from your bed. That's the hardest part. So that's what I'm trying to fix, and I'll probably start vlogging about it once I get into a rhythm. I don't want to start creating vlogs. It's like, hey guys, I'm doing this huge diet and I've lost this much weight, and then I like 2 days later fail. I want to get into a cadence before I commit to actually like vlog.
Because then you know how YouTube is. They're gonna be like, "What happened to your diet, Jerry? Oh my god!"
And they still do, dude. I vlogged about a diet like 2 years ago, and everybody's like, "What happened to your diet? What happened to your diet, dude?" Yeah, no, it's funny. That's the other curse of YouTube, and it's funny. I want to do a video. I should do a video titled "The Curse of YouTube."
You really should.
Because here's some funny YouTube facts. All right, and these aren't written down. I'm just pulling these out of my ass, literally. It's a common misconception that nobody checks the time that videos are posted. I've had people watch a video that's 2 years old, and then like start asking me questions or calling me out about it, like on Twitter and stuff, and I have no idea what they're talking about. Like no idea.
Yeah.
It's like they'll send me a message and be like, "Oh yeah, so what do you think about that? That Logitech K400 keyboard or something like that." I'm like, "What are you talking K4? What are you talking about?" Like, and then I go back and look, and it's a video I shot in like 2012.
Yeah. Or
somebody comes back and they're like, "Man, you look like you gained a lot of weight since your last video." And it's like they watched a video from like 2.5 years ago when I was 65 pounds lighter. It's like nobody looks at the times and dates. So it's like as soon as you create a video, just expect that video to always be critiqued from current date and time.
Oh yeah.
Like always, unless you explicitly call out dates and times in the videos, which I should probably start doing.
Yeah. This is recorded on February 10th, 2015. Do not make any tweets I don't know if Twitter will be around, So
yeah, or like I did a video where I wrote a letter to myself, right? And it was when I was working at Microsoft. So of course there was a lot of Microsoft reference in there. It's like, where am I going to be at in 10 years? Am I CEO of the company yet? Blah, 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 blah. And I got a flood of messages for like 4 months after I got laid off from Microsoft. It's like, dude, your letter to yourself, you're talking about like you still like Microsoft. Aren't you mad at them because you laid me off? Well, yeah, I am a little bitter that they laid me off. But you got to realize that video was made a long time ago. But people don't understand that. And then the other one that I'll pull out that this is really common is a lot of people assume that your videos are 100% representative of your entire life.
Yeah. They
do. Like they'll watch a dozen or so videos and they think that they've seen every single thing that you do in your entire life. So I get people coming to me and they're like, I know your entire finances from watching your video. I'm going to give you advice and tell you exactly like how much money you're burning and everything like that. And I'm like, well, half those products were given to me. Most of the time I'm not shopping. And yes, I do actually spend time with my family. People don't think I spend time with my family because I don't have them in my videos, but that's not it at all. I actually spend a tremendous amount of time with my family.
Yeah.
That's one of the beauties of working from home. It's like, as soon as I'm done talking to you, I'm going to go downstairs and kiss my wife and hug my kid. I might even go play some Forza with them for a little while before I go shoot a video.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it, but people, because they don't see that in the videos, they automatically assume it's just not happening. Just like the exercise. I walked 5 miles last week. I literally went on a 5-mile walk. It tore me up. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty out of shape. But I did it. I did a 5-mile walk on a dirt trail. And because I didn't vlog it or put it in a video or anything, everybody comes back and they're like, dude, you should walk. You should just go and walk. And I'm like, well, I did go and walk. Oh, I didn't see it in the video. What video? God. I don't put everything in my video. Okay. I'm not one of those vloggers where I create 5 vlog videos a day of like every single aspect of my life. And I probably will never be like that.
Yeah, I think that your Instagram is a good like indication of your life more so than YouTube, because you're always doing pics of you and your family and away from the desk. So I don't know why people just don't look there and they see you have a life.
But here's the thing: is you're right. I would say that Instagram's probably the most representative, like the closest that you'll get to seeing everything that I do, both inappropriate and appropriate. If you've seen my Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the thing is even so, you guys don't see posts of me when I'm having a really bad depression bout.
Yeah.
You guys don't see posts of me when I'm like sitting in the corner, curled up in a ball, crying, wondering how the hell I'm going to figure out some life situation. You guys don't see that because I don't post stuff like that. I've said this countless times in my previous videos. I only post things that I'm happy about or something that I'm challenged about and I want to respond to. I don't post everything, and that's true for everybody. It's like before you sit down and you start like, looking at a YouTuber and being like, I know this person, I know how they are, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, realize that at least 50% of their life is completely off the table and you will never, ever see it. You just won't.
Oh, yeah.
Same's true for me, and same's true for Matt. I'm pretty sure he's actually a serial killer and a complete douchebag off camera. But look, on camera, he's an awesome guy. Look at this guy over here, right?
I get a lot of people that say the douchebag thing. They get that on the head, but the killing part they don't really get yet. So I don't know. Maybe I'll Instagram a little more.
Dude, you have the Dexter eyes. I'm almost positive that at some point you've thrown a lifeless body into a dumpster. Well, I'm just throwing that out there, guys.
Say this.
I'm right.
My dog is named Dexter after the killer. So. Yeah,
dude, I'm on like season 3 right now. That is fastly becoming my favorite show.
See, I only call it bits and pieces. My whole family though, they watch the thing in and out and they love it.
Oh god, it's one of the, it blows my mind because I like stories that catch me off guard, and it's like I watch a lot of stuff and it's like stuff's like you're like, oh, obviously that's not, they want us to think that, but that's not that Dexter is great at making you think, oh, I've got it 100% figured out. I am 100%, and it's not even like a little bit off. It's not like, oh, I was wrong about that, like one guy or something. Yeah. It's like you were completely in left field. It's like nothing what it seems, takes off in 3 different directions, and you're just like,
alrighty.
It's awesome. If you haven't seen Dexter, watch it. If you're not into watching human bodies get cut up and stuff like that, though, you might want to like have somebody else watch it with you and tell you when to close your eyes.
There you go. That's a good idea.
It's pretty graphic.
But yeah, so you think that's a good spot to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up.
All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't worry, post-production, I will do my best to fix that up. But, it was Jerry's fault anyway because he hopped in the call and just kind of messed it up. That's all right.
I ruin stuff sometimes. So I can't help it. Yeah. But no, it's been a lot of fun, Matt. And this won't be the last time I'm on Pimp My Setup. Don't worry. I got to somehow get these episode counts back up again. Yeah. And besides, like I said, you got to look for people. You got to look at people's potential, not just where they're at. And there's potential with Pimp My Setup. I've always thought that. I still think there's potential here. So I'm going to ride it out so that I can borrow money from you later on if I'm not successful anymore.
We'll see about that. But dude, thanks so much for coming on. I do appreciate it. And
you bet.
And there we go. So guys, woo! Yeah, so you're pretty special. That shirt, I'm just saying, it's pretty.
Hey, free I will never turn down a free shirt ever. Yeah. It's actually a pretty soft shirt too.
Yeah, I think the logo's a little off center though. I think Spreadshirt messed that up. Mine's a little. No, I think mine's pretty good. It's a little off though.
Yeah, I actually used Spreadshirt too for my first run, and I wasn't too happy with the results, but hey, spoiler alert for me, guys.
Ooh,
sorry, I'm gonna use your little audience here. Yeah, so no, I'm actually putting a store. I'm bringing a store online, and here's the thing: I'm not just bringing us I'm not just doing like a cafe press or what were you saying? A Spreadshirt site. I'm putting up a real Salesforce site with a real person helping me to manage it and put up, and I'm buying all the inventory. I've tested all the products. I decided I'm going all in on it. So when my store is online, I'm going to be selling stuff that like nobody else can. It's going to be my own shirts I like, quality I like, everything that I like.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, really excited to do that because I wanted to be able to control everything. But I'll tell you right now, man, starting a store and keeping inventory is scary as hell.
Oh yeah. I can only imagine.
Yeah, if it fails miserably, I basically am just going to be giving out free shirts to my family for like birthdays and anniversaries for like the next 5 years.
You could do what they do for the Super Bowl. They take all the team that lost, like the Seahawks, and they give it to like Africa, so all the kids are going around with the Super Bowl winner shirts.
I saw the pictures, dude. Somebody sent me a picture of that. And it's like, yeah, Seahawks win the Super Bowl, and you're like, what? Like, I don't remember it that way.
Yeah, that's awesome though. So wait, last question: are you going to do like 3D printed things in your store too, or is that too much?
No, no, I am. That's actually one of the cool things about running my own store is I'm actually going to have a logistics person. His name's John. He's actually badass. We call him Epic John.
Badass.
And so he's going to help me manage inventory. So I can literally sell anything I want. I can put it in a box, send it to him. He will photograph it and put it up on the site and everything, and even manage the quantities so that nobody accidentally like buys something that's out of quantity on the site. So it's gonna so yeah, no, I plan to actually do some 3D printed stuff. It's all going to be stuff that's unique. Like I'm not going to just obviously print other people's stuff off Thingiverse and sell it because that would be like dishonest as hell and a really jerk move. So I'm going to get into 3D modeling myself, and I'm going to create some stuff like controller holders, some Barnacules Nerdgasm coins and tokens, and they're all going to be limited because obviously I'm not going to mass produce them. They're all going to be printed by me in this room, and there'll be a video of the process when I do them. But then people can go and buy them, and
That's
I just
a great idea.
I think it'll be cool because it's like there may only be a limited quantity of like 20 of them,
Yes,
and
it's a big deal.
and I'll never so I think that'll actually be cool because it'll give me a way to help connect my audience more with my videos. If they really like a video and they want to trinket from it, they have a way to actually go and get it, and it'll be the thing that was made in the video.
Well, hey, you got a customer right here, so it's
I'll send you one for like 20% off. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give you one for free, dude. Dude,
I get the nice, friend discount. That's good.
Hey, you gave me a shirt. I'll give you a 3D printed token.
There we go.
Made with my cheapest material.
I'm like, why is this falling apart so easily? But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop.